Hello everyone. It's Melissa Faust from stampwithmelissa.com. I am an independent demonstrator located in the great state of Minnesota in the United States. And welcome today to day 11. That's how we have to do it. Day 11 of the 12 Days of Christmas Craft Along 2024. We are almost at the end, you guys, but we still have two really fun projects to share with you. Today is this adorable, if I do say so myself, this adorable little gift card holder, or you could use it as a regular card. So this project was designed by myself, me. And so what you do, look, it looks like a cute little gift, right? And then you slide this up. We'll see if I can do this while it's up. You slide this up and this top part actually comes off. So you can see this shaded spruce here. This piece is a little pocket, and then this gets attached together, and you can either write a cute little message, or you can actually, let me sneak one out here, you can actually attach a gift card here. The space is big enough to attach a gift card, which is so stinking cute. So I am so excited to share with you how to make this adorable project today. Let me put it back together for you. As a reminder, we are nearing the end of the 12 Days of Christmas, so if you would like the PDF for free as a thank you gift from me, go ahead and place your order of $50 or more in my online store through tomorrow, December 6th, and you will get the PDF for all 12 of the projects that we've shared during the 12 Days of Christmas Craft Along. So this one included, of course, because it's cute. And this one especially would be really, really easy to switch up for birthdays, maybe weddings, graduation, a lot of different ideas you could do with this if you swap out some papers. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get started on making this fun card. Okay, day 11, we have this super cute one. I can show you better now that I have it flat. Super cute kind of gift top, gift card holder, or just a regular card, whatever you want to do, or a picture. You could do that too. That would be so sweet. So we are going to make this today. I designed this project and I think it's so super fun. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have for this one. So we are going to use two different sets here. We've got Christmas Friends, so we can have this adorable bear. And with that, we are going to stamp our bear in Tuxedo Black Memento ink, as well as coloring with Crumb Cake, Real Red, and Granny Apple Green blends. Okay, then we've got our fun Christmas label set. We are going to stamp To You. You could stamp any, Be Merry, Warm and Cozy, Peace on Earth, a lot of options that you could do for this, but we are going to use this set to stamp To You in shaded spruce ink. All right, then we've also got our white frayed ribbon. I love this stuff. I think it's just so wintry. And we've got our loose snowflakes here. As previously mentioned in one of the other videos, these did actually go out of stock. So if you don't have these, you could swap for the adhesive back snowflakes. You could swap for iridescent pearls, just regular pearls, whatever. Okay, for paper, we have got a sheet of shaded spruce cardstock. We've got a sheet, a leftover piece here of Real Red cardstock from a previous project, a leftover piece of basic white. We have a piece here. This is the red stripe. I can't look at this too long. It almost makes me dizzy. The red and white stripe DSP from Take a Bow. And if you did order that craft along kit, you are going to have this Christmas Labels basic white die cut in your kit as well to use, or you can die cut one of these out if you didn't get that craft along kit, but super duper cute. That's what we're going to stamp our sentiment on. So let's cut things. I'm going to move this label out of the way. Everything else needs to be cut, and let's go ahead this time. I know I mix it up a little bit, but let's go ahead and cut everything. So I'm going to grab out my trimmer, and how I'm going to start is I'm going to cut this at 5.5 inches. Okay. And then we're going to flip this and cut at 3 inches. Okay, so there's our 5.5 by 3. Now this one we can cut again and cut at 5 inches, turn it and cut at 5 inches again. Okay, this piece here you can save for something else later. And then what we're going to do quick is we're going to score both of these. So they both just need to be scored in half. So this is the 5 by 5, pick whichever side because it's a square. We're going to score at 2.5 inches so that we have that half fold, okay? Same thing here. We've got 3 by 5.5. We're going to score halfway on the short edge here. So we're going to line that up at 1.5 and score. All right, so that's going to fold like that. All right, so we've got those pieces ready. Let's go ahead and grab our Real Red. We need this at 4 by 3.25, and it looks like we can get that. So we're going to go ahead and cut at 3.25. Okay. This piece can go away. Turn this and cut at 4. All right, so there's that piece. Then we've got our layering piece of basic white for the inside. So I'm going to cut this at 3 1/8. So this is just 1/8 of an inch smaller. Turn this and cut at 3 7/8. Okay, so this one, like I said, that's going to layer here on our real red piece. All right, this piece here, I'm just going to go ahead and keep this as scrap. I did put a measurement in the guide, 2.5 by 2.5 is what you need. You don't have to cut that exact. If you've got scrap white, that's all you need. So we're gonna use that for our scrap. And then we've got our Take a Bow DSP here. And I am going to start by cutting this at 1 3/8 inches. So I'm gonna use that right-hand side of my trimmer here. We've got 1 3/8. Turn this and we're gonna cut at 5 3/8 inches. That little piece you can get rid of. So there's that guy. And then here, I want my stripes to line up, right? And this is going to be 1 3/8 inch thick so that it aligns with our thickness here. It's almost like a ribbon, okay? So I am going to cut that at 1 3/8. This piece saved for another project. And then we can cut this guy down to 2 1/2. And this piece you can save for something else. All right, so there's all of our pieces, but then you see I've got my stripes running the same way. There's all of our pieces, so we can go ahead and start. I just love this project. I think it's so cute. So we can go ahead and start making this project. So I'm gonna start with my shaded spruce piece here, this larger one, okay? We've got that 5 by 5 piece, we scored it. So let's go ahead and fold on that score line and burnish. All right, and then I am gonna bring in my silicone mat because you guys, I make a mess. When there's liquid glue involved, just expect a little bit of sticky stuff everywhere, right? Like, yeah, happens every time. So I'm gonna take that liquid glue here and just on the outer edges, these short outer edges right here, I am going to add a little bit of liquid glue. Now you could also use tear and tape and run it all the way, but I want this to be as thin as possible because we are gonna sneak that other little piece in. We're creating a pocket. So I want that to be as thin as it possibly can, right? So we've got that. We can go ahead and fold to create our pocket. Now the reason I have the silicone mat here is just in case any of that glue gushes out the side, then I don't get it all over my glass mat. Because, you know, sometimes we're just a little bit prone to accidents. So, all right, we've got this. So this now I'm calling the box, right? So we've got this. That's all right. That's all good. So then what we're going to do is take that basic white and that real red piece that we cut down earlier, okay? And we're going to take this basic white piece. I got to find my seal. Here it is. And adhere this to our real red layer. Okay? So I am a sucker for 1/8 of an inch layers. I love them. So we've got that, okay? Now, this long edge is what's going to slip into our box pocket, right? So we're just going to go ahead and slip this right on in. And I'm going to try to make sure that it's centered, right? So just kind of wiggle that, but push it all the way so it's all the way inside that fold, right? That looks pretty good to me. I think it's pretty centered there. Okay, so then we can kind of set this off to the side for just a second. And then we're going to take this shaded spruce piece. This is the 3 by 5.5 piece that we scored in half and fold that down and burnish on this score line. Okay, now this one is kind of fun. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open this up, right? We just scored on it, and we are going to add some seal all the way down both of our long edges, okay? And I'm doing these on the outside edges, so not towards that score line. Whoops, and then I stick my fingers in it. All right, so here's where the fun happens. So we are going to basically adhere this to this top section so it pulls out, right? So what we're gonna do is you just have to kind of eyeball it and see if it looks even, right? We want it to be kind of even. We've made everything even already, so we're just gonna follow that trend. So I'm kind of watching the box here and making sure that that looks good with the lid. Okay, so we can kind of press that down, and then we're gonna fold over this top edge and press that down as well. So it's just like that, okay? And then we can just kind of test it. There we go, it wiggles out. How fun is that? So then we don't have any gaps or anything like that. There is a little gap on the back end, which is okay. That's kind of why I just eyeballed the front. And it might just be, yeah, there's a little gap there. That's okay, right? We got it. We're focused on the front, not the back. All right. So, and you know, it's just a little guy. So anyway, all right. So we've got this, and you can see because I did add that adhesive just on the very edges, you even have some wiggle room here when you put it back. So when you slide that back down, just make sure it's centered there. Just like that. Okay, so we've got this all done. Then we can go ahead and add our DSP, right? So we'll flip that over and add some seal on the back of both of these pieces. And then we're going to take this longer strip that's going to go on the lid, and just center that here. Beautiful. And then we can take this guy, and again, like, doesn't matter, flip it either way, but pretend it was running this way. I wanted those stripes to go the same way, which is why I was intentional about how I cut this. And then we're just going to center that on this bottom part of our box here. Like that, how cute. So we do have that little shaded spruce strip there, but I am okay with that because I just think it's so cute. Can you tell I love it? All right, so we've got that all done. Let's go ahead then and do some stamping. So I'm going to pull in our bear, and I'm going to pull in our basic white scrap as well as our tuxedo black memento ink pad. And we can go ahead and ink up this adorable bear. Now, if you're not a huge fan of coloring, I did color in the bear with crumb cake blends, but you don't have to. You could leave it, not color it in, and it can just be a polar bear, whatever you prefer. All right, so we've got that all inked up. Let's pull in our blends here. We've got crumb cake, real red, and granny apple green. I'm going to start with crumb cake, and I'd like to start with my dark blends, and we've got kind of the gruff here. You know, it's Stampin' Up! Was really nice to us, and they put these little markings on like where some of that fur is. So I'm kind of just following that, and you can see I'm just dotting around. I don't want anything to be too solid of a line because I want it to just look a little bit more natural. And you can do the little pause down here, just add a little bit of that dark crumb cake, and then color in the rest with your light crumb cake. All right, and as I color him in, his head and his body, I did want to remind you that today, if you're watching this video when it is posted on December 5th, there is just about, a little over 24 hours left to take advantage and get the PDF for the 12 Days of Christmas for free. So if you place a $50 order before tax and shipping in my online store through Friday, December 6th, 2024, end of the day, so midnight Central Time, you can get the PDF for free for 12 Days of Christmas. So that is something super awesome. I'm so excited to offer for you because these projects have been phenomenal. And while I've mentioned measurements, during the video, it would be really nice to have the PDF. I love the PDF too. Every project has pictures, measurements, supply list, instructions, all of that good stuff, as well as who made the projects in case you wanted to reference that later. Or who designed them, I should say. And so if you are interested in that, make sure you get your order in. The link is in the description of this video. And yeah, it's just something really fun to offer for you. And plus, you get all of that Stampin' Up! Product that you order, plus the PDF for free. So it's a win-win. Alrighty, so I just added some dark real red here to the bow. And I'll go in with my light real red to color in the rest of that. And so adorable. Also, I wanted to mention down in the description box of this video, I do have a link to my Facebook group. If you would like to join that, you can come in and post your creation. So maybe you made this card with a different set or different DSP or different card base color. Come on in, or if you made it exactly, that's welcome too. We love that. So you can come on in and share that in the Facebook group, and I would love to see it. So all right, I added the little ornaments here with the light real red, and so we just kind of finish off here with our granny apple green. So I've got my dark here, just doing a little bit of that shading or the dark spots on our wreath. And we'll go in with the light to color in the rest of the wreath. And this one is a little bit, got to pay a little bit of attention because you don't want to color over your ornaments. So I just kind of swoop around them and color as I go. It's a smaller area, so it's actually pretty easy to do that. So So just swoop, swoop, swoop. I have to focus. So just for fun, I'll share tonight, this video is recorded because my birthday was a few days ago. So our family is actually celebrating tonight at a little Christmas village. So we rented a little cabin there and all that. So it's kind of fun. We get to go see the Christmas lights. So anyway, that's why I'm not live tonight. But hey, maybe you didn't even realize. All right, so we've got that adorable bear. Let's go ahead and die cut him out. Okay, so we are going to grab some Post-it note tape here. Line up our die. And then I will pull in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine so we can die cut this out. And crank that through. Oh, I just think he's so cute. He's so cute. He just is. Aw. You have to say that. Aw. Anytime there's a cute animal, you have to gasp. Alrighty, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment real quick. So we have got our shaded spruce ink pad, so we match our card base. And we've got that basic white label here. I love this Christmas labels die set. It's really, really nice because it has all this little detailing in it, which is super fun. So, all right, and I'm stamping that over towards that left-hand side because we're gonna tuck that under our bear once it's up on the card. So we can go ahead and close up our shaded spruce ink pad. And then I'm going to flip over these guys and we're gonna add some dimensionals to the back. So let's start with our sentiment, okay? And we'll just do this quick and add this to the card. So we're gonna put this right about here because our bear is gonna go right about here. So together, they're kind of centered. All right, and kind of where that bow is, you can see the red that kind of bled through when we colored with our blends. We're gonna avoid that space because we want that to be on the sentiment, which is already up on dimensionals. So we don't wanna fight with that. And then we could stick this down. I just love it. I think it's so cute. All right, let's pull in our white frayed ribbon here and we can tie a bow. I'm just gonna tie a bow while it's still on the spool. Okay, and you can make it as big or as little as you want to. Let's see, let's do this side in a little. Cute, I like that. All right, let me grab my snips here. And we're gonna have to fix this side a little bit, but we'll do that once it's on. And then I'm gonna grab my glue dots and stick the knot on the dot. Okay, and then this is gonna go right up here. How cute is that? Oh, so sweet. All right, then I just wanna trim down this side a little. Just a smidge. Adorable. And then we're gonna finish this one off with some loose snowflakes. So for the loose snowflakes, I like to take my liquid glue here and we're just gonna add a few little dots with our liquid glue. Not too much, right? We don't wanna press too hard. But we're gonna add 5 little dots here. And then I like to take my, here it is, take your pick tool, and I just use that putty end to pick up the snowflakes and just set them down. Now sometimes the snowflakes, because the glue is still wet, the snowflakes like to stick to your putty. So I use my other finger here just to kind of hold it while I lift that putty end off. And if your fingers are not all, you know, sticky, it actually goes pretty okay. But sometimes my fingers are sticky and I try to do it and it does not go well. But this is how I recommend it. And sometimes you pick up 2. Oh, and then you drop both. It's okay. That's why I don't press, if you press, watch this. If you press this way down, you get a bunch, right? So I just kind of find the ones that are flatter and laying on the surface. So I can just pick up one at a time, just like that. There we go. So there is our project. We got a little bit of putty on this one. Just try to hold that down while I pick that off. There we go. So there is that adorable project. Now let me grab here. I know I showed this earlier, but if you wanted to add a gift card on the inside, it does fit perfectly right here. So what I would do is I would add a glue dot maybe in 2 of the corners to just stick that down, and then it can slide on right on inside of your little card here. But I just think that's so cute. So much fun. Open up that pocket here and we can just slide it right back in. All right, that is project, oh, I bumped that snowflake. There we go. That is project number 11. I hope you enjoyed this one, just like I have. I bumped a few of these snowflakes accidentally with my thumb, so we have to move them back in place. I hope you enjoyed it. If you missed days 1 through 10, make sure you go back and watch those for some other fun ideas. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for day 12. I can't believe we are already on the last day. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow and craft with you then. Bye for now.